Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Today, inshallah, we're going to be continuing on our book, The Concise Presentation of the Fiqh. Today is the day of the 8th of Muharram and the 26th of July. We're inshallah going to be on part 2 of Zakaah. We're on page 290 in the book, and the subheading is the Zakaah on livestock.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala. We have discussed the Zakaah, the first part of the gold, silver, and the money. Now we're going to go to the livestock. So if you have a pen or paper, write. If you haven't, use it. You're going to be writing a lot here. So let's just talk about now the ibil, because we have 3 categories: camels, cows, and sheep. I know none of you maybe got livestock, so it doesn't bother to know what is the zakah on it. But when you have livestock, you need to know the zakah on each. Tafadhal.
Livestock are of 3 varieties: camels, cattle, and sheep. The zakah on camels. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiallahu anhu narrated that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, zakah is not due on less than 5 camels.
Right, so there's no zakah below 5 camels. But in terms of the numbers, you'll find it in Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu when he had sent a letter to the mayors in Bahrain and other cities. So he sent him there, what is the zakah that the Prophet of Allah commanded in each number and category. That shows you as well is Islam is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the calculation there, subhanallah, it's a person who is mathematician. The Prophet of Allah doesn't know maths, doesn't know Arabic, doesn't know writing and reading. So cannot be coming from a human being. It has to be from divine. So from the camels, the following. If you like to make a timetable, look at that, just like mine. It's as long as this big one. So if I have in this. Zakah of the camel. So I'm gonna now summarize what is in the book, but I will let it read. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Abu Bakr says, read it. Just read it.
Here are the obligatory zakah payments which the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam prescribed on every Muslim, and which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered his messenger to observe. Therefore, any Muslim who is asked to pay zakah accordingly should pay it, and whoever is asked to give more than this is not to give it. For a flock of 24 camels or less, and on every 5 camels.
Right, so, okay. So we're going to make a timetable now. What is the first number? So we're going to put the quantity and the zakah due. Quantity, one column, and the other column what? The zakah due. Yeah? So what is the quantity, the first one? According to this?
For a flock of 24 camels.
No, before that we have a hadith of the Prophet. What's the first number is going to be?
5 camels. Less than 5 is 0.
No, from what to what?
0 to 5.
0 to 5? There's no 0. We're from 1. From 1 to what?
4.
To 4. Well done. 1 to 4, there is 0. That's the first one. So if we've had 1 camel, 2 camels, 3 camels, 4 camels, no zakah. Then from second number after this?
So it says for a flock of 24 camels or less, and on every 5 camels, 1 sheep.
Not and on, there will be.
Okay. 1 sheep is to be given as zakah.
For every 5.
For every 5 camels.
Yeah. Did you understand what he says there? So what's the second column? So 1 to 4, we said 0. Second one? 5 to 24. So 5 to 24 sheep for every what? 5 camels. So if you had 24 camels, how many sheep do you give? 4. Well done. Who's a mathematician here? MashaAllah. Khalas. We're going to employ you now as a zakah man. Do you understand that? From 5 camels to 24, then for every 5 camels, there is 1 sheep. So if I had 15 camels, how many sheep? 3. 16 camels, 19 camels, 3. 20 camels, 4. Do you understand that now? 3 camels, none. Well done. Okay, let's go to the second column. Yeah, third column. Third row, I should say.
If the flock is between 25 and 35 camels, a 1-year-old she camel is to be given.
Right. So from 25 to 35, that's the third row. We call it bint makhab. Bintu makhab. And he said what? She camel, which is how old she? Bint makhab?
1-year-old.
1-year-old. Okay, bintu makhab. So it's a female. Bint makhab, female. Bint means female. Makhab means the 1-year-old. Okay. Right. Coming to the following. Go ahead.
If the herd is between 36 and 45 camels, a 2-year-old she camel is to be given.
It's called bint laboon. So she camel, but laboon. But how old now? 2 years. So from 36 to what?
45.
45. 36 to the 45. That's why everybody has to write that. If you have a livestock. After that. Go on. 5th column.
If the herd
Fifth
is
row.
between 46 and 60 camels,
46 to 60.
a 3-year-old she camel is to be given.
Taruqa, we call it. Taruqa. 3-year-old. Taruqa means she's ready to antutraq. I mean to be mated with the male. When she's 3 years old, she's ready to what? And yatruqha al-fahl. It's the male to come and approach her for marital relation. So, yeah, the other one?
If the flock is between 61 and 75 camels,
Jada'a. How much was that?
4-year-old camel, 4-year-old she camel is to be given.
4-year-old, oh, she camel. 4 years old she camel. From 61 to 75. Okay, Jada'a. Jada'a. After that, put the word Jada'a. That's the Arabic. After that, from
If the total number of flock is between 76 and 90 camels,
76 to 90 camels,
2-year-old she camels are to be given.
2 bint lamoon. So 2 bint lamoon. Laboon. From 76 to 90. Okay, after that, from 91.
If the number of the flock is between 91 and 120 camels, 2 3-year-old she camels are
2 taruqa. Write down 2 taruqa. We're going to finish the last now. It's going to be the last row. What is the last row? Okay, this is where the maths are going to ask you guys. Yeah.
If the herd is over 120 camels, on every 40 camels, a 2-year-old she camel is
Laboon.
and on every 50 camels,
Taruqa.
a 3-year-old she camel is to be given.
So last row is going to be 121 over. So 121 to any over for every 40 bint laboon, which is 2 years old, and for every 50 taruqa. I'm going to just question you on the last row here. That's all. So after 121 upwards, for every 40, there is what? Laboon. Bint means she camel. Laboon, 2 years. And for every 50 what? Taruqa. Taruqa. Let's say laboon or taruqa. Right. So I'm gonna let's question. So we have now 100 and let's say 25. 125. Yeah. I have 125. Yalla. Huh? 125 camels. How much I'm gonna be? 3 what? 3 laboon. Write down. So 129. 3 laboon. 130. Yalla, Bismillah. Let's count. 130. Oh, if you found something which is going to give you the right figure,
You can do 50, 40, 40, right?
Go on. Yeah, yes, go on, what's that?
So you can do 50, 40, 40. So 1 3-year-old and 2.
So, labun taruqa, please.
Okay, so 1 taruqa and 2 labun.
Well done. 2 labun and 1 taruqa. Do you understand that? 130. So I'll tell you what now, from 121 to 129, 2 labun. From 130 to 139, 2 labun and 1 taruqa.
Algebra.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm just saying. That shows you Islam is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we're going to go to 140. Yeah, Bismillah. 140. Yes. Well done. 2 taruqa, 50-50, and 1 labun, 40. Write down. From 140 to 149, 2 taruqa, and 1 labun. Now we're going to come to 150. Yeah. 3 taruqa. Because 3 multiplied by 50, 150. Ah, Sheikh. Huh? So 150. Write that down in the column. You have to put that now. I'm going to ask you the money. Okay, right. So from 150 to 155, 9 is 3 taruqa. 160. Yalla ikhwani. 160. Yes, come on. Who said 4 what? 4 labun. 4 multiplied by 40, 160. So from 160 to 169, 4 labun. Right. Okay. Alhamdulillah. And by the way, sometimes you could, there's an option when you go over a lot. So I'll tell you what now, 200 camels. Yalla. Give me an option. 5 labun or 4 taruq. Do you understand that? 4 multiplied by 50 is 200. 5 multiplied by 40 is 200. Is that understood? Subhanallah. Let's go to the cows now. Yalla, Bismillah. Before that, there is one person, he's gone to get zakah from somebody, let's say. He had, let's say, 25 camels. 25 camels going to get what? You forgot already.
No, 1 year old. Yeah.
1 year old sheep?
Camel.
Yeah, sheep. The sheep we finished from the 24. What? From 5 to 20. Right. So 1 year she camel labun. طيب. Hang on a second. So this person came to go and get, and he saw he's got 25 camels. He wants to get a labun. There is no labun with him. There's no labun to get the zakah. There's no labun in his camels. So let's see. That's the solving now. The matter. Go ahead.
And that's narrated.
What did you have a title? You don't have a title.
If one does not possess the required animal to be given.
Yeah, right, read that. Yeah, just good. No. Go on, problem.
If one does not possess the required animal to be given. Anas radiallahu anhu narrated. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu sent me a message explaining zakah which Allah had ordered his messenger to observe. It read, whoever is supposed to give a 4-year-old she camel from his flock of camels, zakah, but does not have one, and only has a 3-year-old she camel, he should be accepted from him along with 2 sheep if available, or 20 dirhams.
Okay, you understand me? So you're going to be paying the difference because the jad'a is more expensive than the taruqa. So this person, he has to pay jad'a because he's got 61 to 75. He has to pay jad'a. And he hasn't got the jad'a. He's got the younger one, which is the taruqa. Younger than that. So he'll pay the taruqa plus money to compensate the difference. Then after that as well.
Whereas whoever is supposed to give a 3-year-old she camel as zakah, but does not have one, but has a 4-year-old she camel.
So this one, he has to pay taruqa. But he's got something more expensive. He hasn't got taruqa to give us a zakah. So his quantity of camel has to give a taruqa, but he hasn't got taruqa. He's got what? Jad'a, more expensive. So what's going to happen now, Habib?
It should be accepted from him, but the zakah collector should return 20 dirhams.
So the zakah collector will give him money now, because he gave him more expensive than what he wanted. So look at this, fair and balanced. Now,
or 2 sheep to him.
now,
Moreover, whoever is supposed to give a 3-year-old she camel as zakah, but does not have one and has a 2-year-old one, she should be accepted from him along with 2 sheep or 20 dirhams.
just to compensate the difference.
Whereas whoever is supposed to give a 2-year-old she camel but has a 3-year-old she camel,
Which is much older.
it is to be accepted from him, but the zakat collector should return 20 dirhams or 2 sheep to him.
Whatever. 20 dirham, but 2 sheep it would be, because 20 dirham at that time, bring 2 sheep, but these days they don't. So maybe the 2 sheep these days. Go on.
In addition, whoever is supposed to give a 2-year-old she camel but does not have one and has a 1-year-old she camel,
Which is younger, then he has to pay the difference.
she is to be accepted from him along with 20 dirhams or 2 sheep.
Along with it, okay? So you give that and plus 2 sheep to compensate the difference, or 20 dirham. As I said, the dirham now these days it's gone down. The silver hasn't got no value. Right, now we come to the cows. عن معاذ بن جبل. تفضل, what is the zakah and the threshold? تفضل.
The zakat on cattle, the nisab and the obligatory amounts. Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiallahu anhu says, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sent me to Yemen, and he told me to take from every 40 cattle, 1 young 2-year-old cow. On every 30, a young bull or a young cow is to be taken.
Well, I don't know what is young and young here. So for every 40, what?
1 young 2-year-old cow.
Okay, so 2 years old. So we call him Musinna. For every 40,
How are you doing?
I think Ahmad, you need to call.
I'm doing well.
Allahu musta'an. For every 40 cows, there is 1 Musinna, which is 2 years old cow. And for every 30 cows, there is a tabi'. So the other one Musinna, tabi', which is 1 year and gone into the second. So for every 30, we give what? Tabi', which is 1 year old into the second year. Then for every 40, we give the older one, which is 2 years plus. Okay? 2 years plus. So the tabi' is the younger one, which is 1 year, come to do 2 years. The Musinna, which is 2 years old plus, for every 40. You've asked me a question and I forgot. But you'll have to keep the question later on, inshallah, because I leave it to them. Okay, khair, inshallah. Well, we leave that question to them. Sorry about that. Fine. Coming back now. So, this is the equation. Can anybody give me now, please, the first row in the column? How many and what to give? Yalla, first column. Fadda.
For cows.
For cows, not for camel, yeah.
1
1 to 29, what?
Yeah, cows.
Yeah, how much to pay?
You pay those.
So you put 1 to 29, 0. Put that. So 1 to 29, 0. What is the second row? Yalla. According to this equation, for every 30, there is tabi'. For every 40, there's a musinna. Yeah. Second. No, give me what is the number, please?
30 cows.
Huh?
30 cows.
30 cows too?
1.
30, how long? How much that you want?
Give 1.
You don't understand me. You don't understand. What is the range? The range. From what to what you give? So we said 1 to 29. 1 to 29, no zakah. I want the second one, the range. Give me the range. 30 to 39.
1.
What?
1 year old.
Not well, yeah. 1 tabi'ah. Oh, tabi'ah. Right. Third row.
40 to 49.
40. He says to what?
49.
To 49, how much? He says 40 to 49.
It's actually not. It's 40 to 60, 59.
59. That's correct. 40 to 59. What do you give? Musinna. After that, please. Yalla. 60 to what? The range. I want the range. Very important. 60 what?
79. Yeah, it's 60 to 79.
60 to what?
Oh, to 69 because
I said 60 to 69. See, they know the Jabra more than you. They know the Arabs more Jabra than you.
3 years ago, maybe not.
60 to 69. What do you give? What do you give for 60 to 69? Yeah. Come on, guys. For every 30, there is huh? Two tabi'ah. It's 30, remember. 2 tabi'ah. 30 plus 60. Right. When you go to 70 now, after that, 70 to what? 70 to what?
79.
To 79, what do you give?
1 year old and a 2 year old.
What do you give? Musinnah and tabi'ah. Because 40 plus 30. Musinnah and tabi'ah. Yes? Right. What is the following range? Come on. 80 to 89. What do you give? 2 musinnah. Well done. Because 40 plus 40. You just if you take the first number, 80. What do you give? 90 now to 99. Yeah, 90 to 99. 3 tabi'ah, because 3 multiplied by 30. And then 100 to 109. Yalla.
Oh, but this is going infinitely, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you've got people have got livestock more than this. Got thousands. Thousands. Right, from 100 to 109. Musinnah and 2 tabi'ah. 40 plus, do you understand it? Musinnah, 40 plus 2 tabi'ah, 60, 100. You take the first number of the range. The first number. So 110 to 119, you take the first one, 110. How much is that? 110, ikhwan. Give me from the 30s and the 40s. Yalla. 110 to 119. Yalla.
Yeah.
2 musinna and 1 tabi'ah. 2 musinna, which is 40 plus 40, 80, plus tabi'ah 30 is 110. Do you understand? That's very simple. Wallah, once you get it, it becomes very simple. Okay, 120 to 129. Last one. Or 4 tabi'ah. 4 multiplied by 40. 4 multiplied by 30 is 120. The 3 multiplied by 4 is 120. Okay, all orders. Well done. Let's go to the sheep now.
The zakat on sheep and goats.
Yalla, sheep. I want you to listen to the sheep now. Yalla, another equation.
The nisab and the obligatory amount.
Yeah.
Anas radiallahu anhu narrated that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu wrote him the obligatory zakat that Allah obliged for the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The instructions included concerning the zakat on a freely grazing herd of sheep/goats, if it is between 40 and 120 sheep or goats, only 1 sheep or goat is required as zakat.
Continue, please.
If the herd of sheep or goats is between 120 and 200 sheep, 2 sheep or goats are to be given. If the number of sheep or goats is between 200 and 300 sheep or goats, 3 sheep or goats are to be given. And on every extra 100 sheep or goats, 1 sheep or goat is to be given as zakat. If somebody has less than 40 freely grazing sheep or goats, no zakat is required from him, but if he wants to give something, he may do.
Give me now the numbers. Yalla, the range. Did you hear what he said while you were talking? Right, give me the range. Yalla. The range. 1 to 39, no zakat. Well done. Simple. 1 to 39, 0. Then after that, well done. 40 to 120. We have what? 1 sheep. And by the way, in this one, we don't have to say 1 year old, 2 years old sheep. No, alhamdulillah. But the zakat collector should not go to the best one and take the zakat, in the average. So between fat and not fat, and chubby, not chubby, horn, the horns. Do you understand me? So there's no such thing here like the cows 2 years and there's no age. He will take there's the average from the ages. Right. So it's got 1 sheep from 100 from 40 to 120, 1 sheep. After that, 120. No, we said 121. We should say. Because 40 to 120. Now 121 to what? 200. How many sheep? 2 sheep. Well done. Now the after that, I want the range. 201. You got that right. 201 to what?
To 299.
Huh?
201 to 299.
300.
Oh, right.
400.
You have to calculate it. You have to give me the range.
So it's 201 and 300.
321.
No, you got the first one is correct. First one is you said 201. Can you read that statement? I want you to come to the range. Can you read the statement? Again.
If the number of sheep or goats is between 200 and 300 sheep or goats, 3 sheep or goats are to be given as zakat.
Go on.
Between
And then continue, please. Continue that saying.
and on every extra 100 sheep or goats, 1 sheep or goat is to be given as zakat.
So what's the range? I want to see somebody clever. Come on. Yeah.
Plus.
I'm not asking. You said from 200. You said 201.
201 and 300. 302.
What about 320? How many sheep? 320, how many sheep? So it's still the same. So the range of yours is wrong, isn't it?
Oh, so it's 399.
399. That's now you know it. From 201 to 399, still 3 sheep. Yes. See, the Arabs are very mathematicians. Then we go 400 for every 100, 1 sheep. We got 4 sheep. Once you step to the 400 category, then the 4 sheep. 400 to 499, 4 sheep. 500 to 599, 5 sheep. You understand that now? Allahu Akbar. Wallahi, this is from Allah. Definitely. This is from Allah. It tells you. It looks like Fida horse was there. Or Algebra. Do you understand that, Saqib, now? Okay, alhamdulillah. Right. Now we come to the conditions for this zakat. When is the zakat due? You have to have conditions. Because sometimes you don't have to pay zakat. Listen, number 1. Go on.
Prerequisites for the obligation of zakat.
Well done. And by the way, it looks like I made a very good dua. So your voice is really extra loud. MashaAllah.
Yeah, it's good.
True or not? MashaAllah. 50 pounds, okay? Yalla, tafadhal.
Possessing, number 1, possessing the nisab. This is obvious from the preceding hadith.
So nisab. So to have the number in order for the zakat to be due. So you have, if you have 39 sheep, or you had 29 cows, no zakat. If you had 4 camels, no zakat. Remember? So you have to have the nisab. Fadl.
Number 2, that they be in the possession of the person for 1 year.
So if you had it for less than a year, no zakat.
This is based on the hadith. There is no zakat on wealth until 1 year passes.
Except for which one? Which one is accepted? The crops. The crops. Third condition. Now listen to the third condition.
That the livestock be freely grazing on pastures.
Freely grazing, that means they're not being fed by you. And this is rahmah, mercy from Allah, because some of the sheep, if you feed it, it's not even worth having it to go and give zakah on it. Fodder is a lot of money these days. Al-Barsim, ghali. Now, read that third condition, please. Completely. Read it.
That the livestock be freely grazing on pastures.
Most of the year. Yeah.
As opposed to fodder fed. This is based on the hadith mentioned earlier. So for all of them, it was on a freely grazing pad.
Well done. Right. Now, what should be not taken from the zakah? What's the title?
What is not to be taken as zakah? Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu says, when the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sent Mu'adh to Yemen, he told him, avoid taking the best of their wealth.
The best of the wealth. Don't go to the best ram out of the sheep. Don't go to the... Do you understand me? Take the average. Anas
radiallahu anhu narrates that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu wrote to him concerning the obligatory zakah that Allah obligated upon His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he stated, neither an old nor a blemished animal nor a male goat may be taken as zakah unless the zakah collector accepts.
Okay, right. So also on the other side as well. So your sheep, you have 40. You need to give 1 sheep. So you go to the one which is really weak and blind. And this is where the bribe comes in. If the zakah collector has been bribed, he will take care of you, will not take a big sheep. If you don't give him bribe, he will go to the best one of yours. The one costs a lot of money, the ram. That's why the zakah collector is not allowed to be bribed or given any gift. Bribe under the name of gift. There's no such thing as gold gift. Right. Tfaddal.
Co-owned wealth.
Co-owned wealth. This as well shows this is from Allah. Meaning, you got two who are having sheep or cows or whatever grazing together. They are khulta. عنده خليطة بيقولوا خليطة خلطة. It's got mixing. تفضل.
If two or more people share in some wealth upon which zakah is due, and this is not possible to distinguish one's wealth from the other, then they are to pay one zakah payment if zakah is obligatory upon them.
Okay. So this person, he's got 20 sheep, and the other one has got 20 sheep. They're together. They can't distinguish which sheep belongs to which. They're together because they don't know. They produce with each other. They produce cups and everything. So you got 20-20. So because they are one unit, then they will be counted as one. So here now, they will pay what? One sheep.
Between the two of them.
Between the two of them.
They have to cut each sheep in half.
No. They'll take one sheep and then they know that this sheep is to be basically divided onto both sides. That means both sides of them. Now we'll have the difference. Go on, read the hadith. This is what Allah Azza wa Jalla. Khwani, just focus.
Neither should the property of different people be collected so as to make one whole, nor should the whole property be divided for fear of giving more zakah. If property is possessed by two partners, they should pay zakah collectively, and they will be considered as having paid their zakah equally.
Let me explain this German language here, because I don't think you understand it. Now, these two who are partners in the sheep, they give it to the shepherd to go and graze their sheep. So one has got 20, one has got 20. Okay? So they are now together because they can't distinguish their money from each other, from their sheep from one another. When the zakah collector comes, Prophet ﷺ said, لا يجمع بين متفرق ولا يفرق بين مجتمع. We should not separate between two things which are together, and we should not combine things which were separated. So these two, they are together. So these two, they can't act clever because Allah knows. They would say, by the way, no, my 20 sheep is there and his 20 sheep is there. So they will not pay what? Zakah. Do you understand that? Cheating. Because they know they are together. Right? Same thing here, that if these two, 20-20, they know their sheep. This is my sheep and numbered. And his sheep, but they're grazing together. The zakah collector can't come here. I'm seeing 40 sheep. You have to pay one sheep. But actually, they are 20 because the al-malu mutamayyiz, the money, the property, the livestock is being distinguished. They know. So this is the khulta. Now, let's say that basically that one person has got 20 and one person got 20. So together their money cannot be distinguished. So they have to pay zakah one sheep. He just asked me, how do they do that? How do they get? Either they will together, they will, both, because they know that half a sheep. But the problem is not here. It's the problem is they got 10 sheep and 30 sheep. So one person got 10 sheep and one person got 30 sheep, and their money cannot be distinguished. The livestock is together. They have to pay zakah what? One sheep. But here, who's the loser? Who's got 10 sheep? The loser got 10 sheep. Do you understand me? So how is it going to be now? So here he's got 2/3 and 1/3. So let's say, so the sheep is now worth, let's say, 90 pounds. So how much money should that person give to this person? Do you understand that now? 30 to make him equal. Because 1/3, I've got 10 sheep. How can I pay full sheep, half sheep? That should be 1/3 of the sheep. And you should pay what? 2/3 of the sheep. And that's how it is. The equation is like that. So we will divide, see how much, and then we'll make, and then each one will return to the other, so they could be equal in paying the zakah. Is that understood, everybody? And that shows us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this zakah is amazing. Let's go to the following chapter.
Zakah on buried treasure.
Not following chapter, following title. Zakah on what? Treasure. Treasure here, which treasure are we talking about?
Buried treasures. are those buried in pre-Islamic times, which are discovered without expending much wealth or efforts.
This is being buried by Jahiliyyah, non-Islamic period. And you just got it without any effort. You dug it out and there it is. There is a zakah on it. Straight away. Go ahead.
One must pay zakah immediately upon them, without the prerequisites of it being in one's possession for a year or it reaching the level of the nisab.
So there's no nisab condition here. There is no time 1 year is here. Soon as you find it, whether this is a treasure of 20 pounds or 200,000 pounds. Whether, huh? الركاز. ركاز. مش الكنز. الركاز. So this is zakah on a money or treasure or gold is being hidden by the Jahiliyyah time. It's just found it. You didn't really put a lot of effort. Got it there. So regardless of the quantity and regardless of the time, straight away you pay the zakah, and that is how much?
Is
Fifth, 20%. How much? 20%. Ya khums. 20% goes to whom? Not to the pocket of the leader, to the house of treasury. Bayt al-Mal, house of treasury. House of treasury. Right. Let's go now to what is the zakah to be given to who? Go, Fadal.
the recipients of zakah.
Recipients of the zakah. Who receives the zakah? Now.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said,
إنما صدقات الفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغارمين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل فريضة من الله والله عليم حكيم, which is
the alms are only for the poor,
poor,
the needy,
needy.
those employed to collect.
So here, poor and needy. You didn't understand the difference, is it? Poor and needy. Even in Arabic, al-fuqara wal-masakin. They're both fuqara. But the difference between them, as the scholars have said, one of them is poorer than the other, and one of them, he does not ask, and the other one, sometimes he asks, sometimes they ask. So one, you don't know them. تحسبهم أغنياء من التعفف. You think that they are rich because of what? They don't ask people. لا يسألون الناس. Which one is miskin? Difference among the scholars. The correct opinion, because Allah mentioned the first al-fuqara, then they are the poorer. So they are the ones who are, they don't ask. And the miskin, who is the one sometimes asks, not all the time. But there's a hadith, this is the confusion why he said al-miskin here. The hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he says that the miskin, that the one you don't know if he is, that's true hadith. But another hadith, it shows that miskin sometimes can ask. Because of this, we're left with the poor. The poor, al-faqir, wallahu a'lam, is the correct opinion, is the one who does not ask, and he's poorer than the miskin. But anyway, I call them the poor and the indigent. I don't really call them what? He said?
The needy.
The needy. You know, needy is everybody needy. Indigent, that's a bit better word. The poor and the indigent. And number 3, the one.
Those employed to collect the funds.
Okay. And
to attract the hearts of those who have been inclined.
we're going to talk to them in details, which we'll come to them. And then.
To free the captives.
And
for those in debt.
And
for Allah's cause.
Naam.
And for the wayfarer.
Naam.
A duty imposed by Allah, and Allah is all wise.
We will go to them, inshallah, but not this time. By the way, the ayah, subhanallah, is amazing. The balagha in it and the way it has been written from Allah Azza wa Jal. Because here, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاء, to the poor, وَالْمَسَاكِينَ, and the indigent, وَالْعَامِلِينَ, and the amil, وَالْمُؤَلَّفَ, and the one reconciling the heart. Then he says, وَفِي الرِّقَابِ. He didn't say وَالرِّقَابِ, وَفِي الرِّقَابِ. We'll understand why he said وَفِي الرِّقَابِ. وَالْغَارِمِينَ, here وَالْغَارِمِينَ, onto the وَرِّ فِي الرِّقَابِ. The difference is huge. Subhanallah. Wallahi. When you understand the fiqh of this, then you understand why Allah had used here wa, and then wafi. You understand wafi. So this money, which is the zakah that you pay, it's not your money. It's the money belongs to those people. So he says the fuqara, poor, the indigent. That means you give it in their hands. I'm not allowed to go and buy a mobile for them, even if they need a mobile. You give it to them, and if they wish to give it to you to go and buy it for them, yes, but it's their money. I'm not allowed to go and they are orphans. Let me go and buy them pencils and papers. You're not allowed. You could give them sadaqah, but zakat to give it to them, in their hands. They want to, this is their money. Don't you ever make them feel that it's your money. It's their money. وفي أموالهم حق معلوم للسائل والمحروم. This is their money. Then it comes to the عاملين, so you get to give it in their hands. But when it came وفي الرقاب, here the slaves, there is more one way to give the zakah. So you could give the money to the master to free the slave. So you didn't give it to him in his hand. You could give to a person who's a slave, he's been making a deal with his master, and you want to set himself, you give it to him. You could yourself have slave and set him free. That's as well zakah. Also, wal-gharimin, the one who's in debt. Because it's following wa fi riqab, wa fi, I don't have to give it in his hand. So he is in debt to somebody. I'm in debt to the doctor. I'm poor. I'm in debt. I can't find in debt here. I'm in debt. Over my my need. Yeah. Not I'm in debt. For example, he bought a Lamborghini, but he's in debt. Go and sell your Lamborghini, bro. You understand me? He's building a house which is 21 rooms, and he's then debt. Sell your house and buy one room. In debt over his, because of over his need. So I'm in debt. Right. Where is it possible for me as a person? You are the creditor, going to give the zakah of yours. Is it better to give it to me or to the creditor? Do you understand me? He's the creditor. I am the one in loan. This is where it comes with riqab. Is it better to give it to me or to him? To him? Anybody? I'm not saying it's wrong. Give it to him. What about not allowed to give it to me? Right? Don't you think that if you gave it to him, you're humiliating me? Do you understand me? That guy, the doctor, he saw this guy coming to him and giving money on my behalf. Humiliation for me. So this is what the scholar said. If you believe that the one who's in debt, he would give and settle his debt, it's better to give it to him. So the upper hand is greater than lower. He doesn't know where the money came from. You give it to me, and then I will, doctor, that's your money with power. See? But if I am a person, take the money, I'm not going to give it to the creditor, then he will go and give it to him. And he would say to him, this is on behalf of such and such. You don't have to tell him zakah. You have to tell me zakah. Yeah, but don't tell him. But anyway, this is what we're for riqab. You could just see the ayah, subhanallah. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, here we'll stop. Inshallah, I need to go. And just give you 5 minutes for question and answer. I need to have class at 9 p.m. at High Wycombe. What time is the adhan?
9:01.
I need to go before people can see me because they think I'm running away from the salah. Now,
Can it be given for all?
can I?
Can it be given for all?
Which one? Zakat. We will understand later on, inshallah. Can we give it to the non-Muslim? Yes, there is a category to give it to the non-Muslim, which is al-mu'allafa qulubuhum, the one to reconcile their heart. Meaning, a person is about to enter Islam, and I'm helping him because I know that it will help him. No problem in that category to give him for that one. So a person who is newly coming to the Islam or is about to come to the Deen, Prophet ﷺ, he gave Sanadid Quraysh, the big Quraysh people, in order that when they become Muslim, all the ones who follow them, they will become Muslim as well. So in that category, yes, al-mu'allafa qulubuhum. You could give zakah in that category. Khair inshallah, subhanakallah bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. I'm sorry about that. And next time, it's good chairs, isn't it? Have chairs? Alhamdulillah. Barakallah. Allah yahfazak.